Let's talk about Lil Durk. The trial has started. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So yes, Lil Durk, his trial in Los Angeles has begun. West Side, California. Of course, he's been arrested for the murder for hire on Quando Rondo's cousin, and it's gonna be a legendary classic case. He's accused of hiring OTF members to carry out the murder, high profile murder in broad daylight. The target was Quando Rondo, of course, but he survived, but unfortunately his cousin did not. And this was all based on the retaliation to get back at Quando Rondo, who was involved in a scuffle, an altercation that resulted in King Von losing his life a few years ago. But as expected, the shooters are going to testify against Lil Durk. Lil Durk's defense is that OTF Vonnie is the one that actually should take the blame for the murders and not Durk. Let's check out this write-up, the interaction between the legal teams. The prosecution says this is a case about revenge, stalking and premeditated murder. Weiner told jurors per the Los Angeles Times. It was defendant Banks' beef, it was defendant Banks' money, and it was defendant Banks' hitmen. Marissa Goldberg, who's Durk's attorney, countered the arguments, claiming that Kayvon Vonnie Grant, King Von's friend and former personal assistant to Durk, masterminded the whole thing and tried to pin it on a big fish like Durk once caught. Vonnie is expected to testify in the case. Mr. Banks had nothing to do with it, Goldberg said. He was not there, he was not connected to it. Yeah fam, so yeah, we see that the prosecution of course are trying to put this all on Durk, saying he's the mastermind of the whole situation. But what has surprised me, which I think a lot of people haven't been speaking about, is that Durk's team is trying to put the murder on them. People have been speaking about how OTF members are going to snitch on Durk, but in a way this is like snitching on them. Let's keep it real. When you got the two shooters saying that Durk's the one that set it up and paid and everything, it's pretty damning testimony. But at the same time, if there's no proof of Durk doing it, he wasn't at the location, these guys that were the shooters were also friends with King Von, they had all the motive and opportunity in the world to carry out the murder themselves. Everyone's kind of saying it's like a open and closed case for that reason. But I think it's kind of 50-50. If the actual shooters were friends with Von, had motive themselves, and grown adults, there could have been multiple people that could have taken a revenge for King Von's death. If there's 50 people in OTF that could have had the motive, you can't just say, oh, if any of them have done it, it would have been Lil Durk's fault. But this is a murder case, so if there's any bit of doubt, he won't be found guilty. That's why the whole case is kind of interesting for most people. Reminds me of what academics and Tekashi 6ix9ine were saying, that Durk's big mistake was not hiring legal for the two shooters. But maybe he did. I can imagine he probably would have, and they probably decided not to because they don't want to spend the rest of their lives behind bars. If they can get a little 10, 15, 20 years, they can come out of prison one day. Whereas I think if they had just taken the rap for it and kind of not pointed the finger at Durk, you're talking at life sentences straight away. This was broad daylight, a popular area on the West Coast. It would have been a wrap for them straight away. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.